You're listening to New England Real Estate Journal Radio with Rick Kaplan, New England source for commercial real estate news. This is New England Real Estate Journal Radio on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Welcome to the New England Real Estate Journal Radio Show. I'm Rick Kaplan with Eric Wilson, and we're here at Hartford, Connecticut at our Cocktails and Conversation. And we have sitting with us Tom Hill.
The most famous radio show host of the three.
Yes, whoa. He's also a radio host of his own show. He's also a member of SIOR, CCIM, and Bucket Plan.
Bucket Plan. It's only $1.
So, Tom, what do you think about the show so far?
I'm bowled over. I think it's an awesome event. I've already met 15 people that I hadn't met before that want to do business with me. And I have to say, to start out with, the New England Real Estate Journal, Connecticut Real Estate Journal made my career.
Look at that.
And the show is over. Thank you, folks. We're out of here.
Testimonial.
I know. We're going to cut that and clip it.
So you're working here tonight, helping them out tonight at the CCIM booth and the SIOR.
Yes. And I would have came anyway. And I plan to come to your Boston event. I think I'll buy a sponsorship for that. It's just fantastic to get this many people in a room. At SIOR and CCIM, we're lucky if we get 35, 40 people to come to an event, and I'm looking, you must have 100 here and there's more still walking in, so it's a thrill.
Well, actually, everywhere we have gone so far to do our events, everyone has said to us, oh, you know, we expect you probably get about 50 people there.
Right.
And everyone's sort of shocked when they come in. And
well, again, we're attacking not just one industry. You know, we bring in multiple industries, multiple associations. You also bring in there 30 people. You bring 10 associations, you get about 150 people, you know? And they've turned out to be really well. We're glad you're enjoying it. Let's talk about what is Bucket Plan. They've been on our show. But in case people didn't know when you said it's only $1, and what is your affiliation with them?
They're my buddies, and I help them with some marketing, and they also have a great printing company called Universal Printing, and any real estate broker needs a lot of printing and flyers, including the printing you guys have done. If you buy an ad in the Real Estate Journal, you guys will print it for 100 copies, but Bucket Plan will copy as many maps as you want, 1 or 100 for $1 a piece. And if you go to the big box stores, they're $3 or $4. And Brian, I introduced him to the Journal for PR and to learn how to deal with your company. And it's a great little company, and I was glad to introduce him to you guys because you're really easy to deal with and you're valuable for what you charge for the action that you get.
Well, you know Rolly Hopkins for many years. You know
I never heard of him.
I'm sure you're trying to forget, but
Here he is, Rick Kaplan. Check him out.
But you do know that he always had his commitment to young companies and people trying to start out in the industry. He's always trying to give them the help they needed.
That's me. I started about 33, 34 years ago as Tom Hill Realty, and he never asked me how I would pay him. And they never, just go ahead and advertise, send your PR, and here I am all these years later, and I'm thrilled to meet your new people, yourself, and we've talked on the radio. It's just an excellent company to deal with, and they do get, I'm a living testimonial that you guys get results.
Wow.
Well, I think we're going to have to cut you off there, Tom, because, I mean...
it's only downhill from here with him.
I mean, we can't go anywhere else. That's the highest point we can go.
It's TomHill.com.
All right. Here's a question, Tom. How is the Hartford market rebounded?
Well, I couldn't tell you about Hartford, but I work Upper New Haven County, Waterbury, and I work the Litchfield County, which is a New York getaway. And I can tell you in the last quarter, it's finally picked up. We did a bunch of transactions. I think we'll be good in 2015, but like the prognosticators are saying, it will depend on will the world blow up, where will gas prices be, and what's the economy going to look like, because any of these real estate deals definitely are tied to what the economy looks like, but I'm cautiously optimistic for the future.
Nice. I'm glad to hear it.
Well, we're going to have to go to a break, but before we go to the break, Tom, I want to thank all our sponsors for tonight. Our platinum sponsor, which is the City of Hartford, Connecticut. Our gold sponsor, Eldorado Stone. Our silver sponsor, which is Bradley Development League. Our bronze sponsors, Security Specialist and Bucket Plan. Also, I'd like to thank our association sponsors, BOMA of Greater Hartford, Metro Hartford Alliance, CCIM Connecticut Chapter, NAOP, IREM, Crew Connecticut, CBC, Connecticut Building Congress, CEDIS, SIOR, Construction Institute.
How long is this going to take?
Another half an hour, we'll be finished.
And
but that goes to show you how many people are interested in our events.
Amen, brother. What you guys ought to do is you ought to put these microphones up in the air and let Corey take a look at the crowd. The noise is overwhelming. Can you hear us from all these people partying?
And that's why we do it, Tom, so we can hear the background noise.
Awesome.
Yeah, right?
Okay, I heard my time is up, so.
We'll be right back on Money Matters Radio Network.
The next level in commercial real estate. This is New England Real Estate Radio on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Listen, are you living in a condo or co-op? Do you have difficulty receiving deliveries from UPS, FedEx, or your pharmacy when you're not home? Well, there's a solution. Video Doorman. It's a security system with live on-call operators for condos and co-ops that receives packages when you're out, stores them in a safe package room, and then notifies you about your delivery. They can even handle dry cleaning, pickup, and delivery. But there's more. If you come home late at night and don't feel safe, just press the Video Doorman key fob, and the Video Doorman operator will greet you by name and escort you right up to your floor. He can see you and speak to you and handle any potential problem. And Video Doorman costs only about $1 a day. Call Video Doorman at 888-697-3630 or visit videodoorman.com to receive a free building evaluation. That number again is 888-697-3630. Call now, feel safer, and never miss a delivery again.
And we're back on New England Real Estate Journal Radio. I'm Rick Kaplan, and we have a first time for the New England Real Estate Radio Show. Jason Falchetta,
yes,
from the Connecticut IREM. He is going to swear in Frank
Sproviero.
Did I say it right?
That's close. That's pretty good.
I'm getting better at it. So this is going to be a first for us. So if you want to do the swearing in.
Yeah. One of the great things, Frank spent a lot of time this year in obtaining the designation of Certified Property Manager. It's the gold measure in the real estate industry for education, and one of the key parts of IREM National's goal is to educate these property managers and everything they'll need to properly go out and manage and maintain these properties for third parties or for their own private ownership. Frank has gotten together with us and did the entire course study that we had to do this year in 1 year, which is quite a few courses, week-long courses, home studies, some pretty comprehensive testing. And as president of the chapter, it's one of the greatest things that I get to do is to swear in these new members. And I've been really pleased to see Frank's progress and where we're at. And this is really great that we're having this opportunity here at the Cocktails and Conversations to do it. And got to thank you very much for the opportunity. We like firsts.
Yeah, that's right. Now you're the first. This is going to go national, so.
That's great. If I could say something, these guys have been just unbelievable. I was introduced to the IREM probably about 2-3 years ago by the vice president, Sandy Seidel, and she introduced me to it. I passed on it in the beginning, the opportunity to get involved in it. But then shortly after, I was doing some investigation. They are by far the leading organization in real estate management.
Fantastic. You both seem to have very nice things to say about each other. And, Frank, you obviously are proud to be part of the IREM organization.
Absolutely.
And we know Jason is proud to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
So
it's been great.
Let's get.
So let's go right to it. I have a slight little oath here that we're going to need you to read along here. Basically, what I'd ask you to do is you can raise your right hand. I'm going to go through the pledge at the end. We're not getting married, but you can say I do. We'd be good to go. Basically, I pledge myself to the advancement of professional real estate management through the mutual efforts of the membership of the Institute of Real Estate Management and by any other means available to me. I pledge myself to maintain the highest moral and ethical standards consistent with the objectives and higher purposes of the Institute. I pledge myself to seek and maintain an equitable, honorable, and cooperative association with fellow members of the Institute and all others who may become part of my business and professional life. I recognize and support the need to preserve and encourage fair and equitable practices and competition among all who are engaged in the profession. I also pledge myself to place honesty, integrity, and industriousness above all else, and to pursue my gainful efforts with diligent study and ongoing education so that I can so my services shall be beneficial to all the general public, and in my obligations to my clients shall always be maintained at a highest possible level. I pledge myself to comply with the principles and declarations of the Institute of Real Estate Management as set forth by its bylaws, statement of policies, and code of ethics. Please say I do.
I do.
All right, my friend. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jason.
Congratulations. Here's your CPM pin. Put that on your lapel there. That's the gold standard there for us. And then we'd like to present you with your certified property manager certificate, and hopefully you proudly hang that up on your wall. And welcome to the family, as we say. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Frank.
Thaness you very much.
Yeah, why don't you show the audience?
That's great stuff.
Actually, and you can see how difficult his name is to pronounce right there.
It's a great opportunity to do this here, like I said, as a first. And
well, this is something that you'll be able to show all your family,
Absolutely.
your friends. You know, this is a privilege getting an award.
Very proud of it.
Something to be proud of.
Thank you.
The designation is a nationwide recognition. You can take this designation, you can reach out to any of the local chapters, pretty much any state in the union, as well as all overseas. They got them in Europe, Poland, the Far East, down through Central America. It's not uncommon to have a CPM and be able to reach out to another one, pick them up on the phone and say, hey, I got a question. What do you guys do down there? Or I got an owner that's got some property down there. You know, it's a family, it's a group of connections of professionals in the business.
Well, now, you know, Frank, do you plan on taking over for president?
That's some big shoes to fill, and Jason does it perfectly.
Well, Jason, you know, he might be chasing your position down.
If that's the case, I can't think of somebody better to take it, so we'd be good to go.
I thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Always happy to have Iron. Our next guest from Cocktails and Conversation is Harry Squassoni of American Security, and he also was with his
American
product.
Remote Video Doorman.
Video Doorman. Well, we got so many company names
That's right.
for you, Harry.
Well, that's a brand, Video Doorman and Video Doorman Safe Lobby.
So, yeah, with this Video Doorman, that's
What is
like
it?
a very interesting product.
It's a fascinating product. It's been around for about 4 or 5 years. Started in New York City. Developers came and they were building properties in Brooklyn and Manhattan, and they couldn't afford doormen because there were fewer units. And they asked us if we could put together a remote doorman service, which we did. Total security plus packages delivered when people are not at home. So.
And I also like to mention that also a bronze sponsor of the event tonight.
Right.
With Security Specialist.
Security Specialist is our first dealership outside of New York, where we have been selling this and installing it for the last 5 years. So Security Specialist is starting to bring Video Doorman and Video Doorman Safe Lobby to the Connecticut market. One of the first.
Okay.
A Safe Lobby is a little bit different system. It's focused and targeted more at affordable housing units.
Okay.
Low income housing. And there, it's about security and surveillance. It's the first interactive surveillance system. It prevents loitering in the lobby and on the front steps. It provides security and surveillance, so it helps residents if somebody pushes them in, leaves the front door ajar, which is a serious problem in affordable housing. And it's cleaned up houses and residential houses in the Bronx.
Wow. And now, what is your geographic market? I know you say you started in New York. You're now in the Connecticut market, but what other markets do you touch?
Well, we have dealers in Buffalo, upstate New York, Toronto, a dealer in Virginia.
They're probably not working up in Buffalo right now.
No, that's right.
Yeah, they're probably sitting
right.
inside.
Well, you can either have security or you can have 6 feet of snow.
Yeah, right. Both of them can protect your door. if you can't
Exactly
get in.
right. Exactly right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with the
Go ahead.
Buffalo joke.
Go ahead.
But you were saying upstate New York, New York City, Toronto.
New York City. We do New York City Metro.
Okay.
Virginia down in the south.
All right.
And we're gradually expanding the concept to other markets.
So how's the event going for you so far?
The event has been very good. I mean, it's seems like the kind of prospects, architects, developers, property managers, and it's a kind of a supportive event that they're interested in the product.
So you made some good connections
Yeah,
tonight.
for sure. Absolutely.
Good, fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's what we want. That's what we want you to do.
Well, how about conversations? Do you have good conversations?
No conversations.
All connections, no conversations.
conversations.
It's now called Cocktails and Connections.
That's what you should call it.
Yeah, that's what we should call it.
There's the benefit.
Yeah, we have a new brand name. Thanks for joining us, Harry.
That's right.
So if someone wants to get a hold of some information of this, where would they go?
The easiest thing would be to go to www.videodoorman.com. The story is there on the website for both Video Doorman and Safe Lobby, and the telephone numbers are there to connect with one of our dealers, or if they're in New York, New Jersey, our dealer in New York, New Jersey.
Fantastic stuff. There it is.
Harry's also
solid
a big promoter.
ad in the paper. New York Real Estate
Did you
Journal.
get that?
Love it. It's a good looking ad.
That's it.
It really is.
Well, 20 years in the agency business doesn't hurt.
Yeah, right.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on, Harry.
Thank you.
And I
Appreciate
hope
it.
you're enjoying your time.
Appreciate the help as well. Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you, Harry. Thank you so
Eric.
much for joining us.
Our next guest is Joel Wintowitz.
Witkowitz.
Witkowitz?
Joel's good.
Witkowitz.
Correct.
All right. I knew I'd get it right sooner or later. And Joel is the new incoming president for 2015 for CCIM.
Correct.
So that's quite an honor.
It is. It is. It's quite an organization. We have a large group of professionals, and it's wonderful to be there.
We did meet one of them. Actually, Tom Hill was on just a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. He's one of our group. Yeah.
He speaks highly of the organization.
Yes, and we represent all of the cities in Connecticut. We're spread all over throughout Connecticut, and of course that's the Connecticut chapter.
We actually do quite a bit. Well, we will do quite a bit with the CCIM chapters. Hopefully with...
Tom's having some fun.
Yeah, Tom's distracting Joel.
He's just trying to have some fun.
It's okay.
That's all right.
As we'll be doing work with CCIM in the future, but what are your plans for 2015 as the incoming president? Is there anything you've put yourself some goals maybe you want to reach?
That's correct. I do. I hope to grow our membership. We hope to work on our education programs that we have for our members and also incoming members as well. We have a candidacy program, so we want to bring some of these courses right into our area so that people who want to aspire to be a CCIM can take advantage of those courses. We also have a mid-year symposium in July. We usually get a keynote guest speaker. We're going to have a panel this year.
Nice.
So we've got a lot of things going on. It's a great group.
Now, with Connecticut being such a large state, 95 over to 84, do you geographically move the education courses around in order for people to get out to them, or do you centrally locate and everyone kind of comes to?
We tend to do a lot of things in the New Haven-Hartford corridor.
Okay.
Sometimes, though, we do go farther over towards Fairfield County, but then you run into the Metro New York area.
Right.
There. So we try to accommodate people, but actually, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Connecticut actually it isn't that far of a ride for anyone if they want to go for the classes or the events. If they're well planned and they're done well, then we'll have a big turnout.
All right. Disagree with me already. First time on the show. I like Joel.
Not disagreeing, but just,
no.
No one ever agrees with him.
I was just thinking about I didn't mean big in terms of Texas big. I just meant in terms of it's probably 2.5 hours across the state driving if you went east to west.
You're right.
And that could be, it's an hour if you try to go somewhere in rush hour traffic in the morning, any of those things.
Sure.
So that's one reason my question was proposed, but I agree with you. It's not that big, but it's still big enough.
Well, we are close to any of the highways, that's for sure.
It is.
Good.
You probably get a good mix, too, of, as you said, the Metro New York crowd in the south, and then some of the Boston, Rhode Island craft of the north.
Well, they have their own chapter,
right?
And it's called the New England chapter in Boston. But we're Connecticut, and it's great because a lot of us do deals together.
Right.
We do a lot of networking, and certainly the education is the primary thing. Our educational program is such a big benefit to anyone in commercial real estate.
Right.
If you want to be into that line of business and real estate, then certainly this is a good path to follow.
Right. And is there any kind of right now is the time to sign up and join?
Sure.
Is this during their membership drive?
Anytime is good. We have candidate guidance. We have that we would help you. We could tell you about the program.
Right.
If anyone's interested, our doors are wide open. We would love to encourage anyone.
Right.
Right now, I think we have 4 candidates. They're mostly younger guys that are coming up through the ranks, and that's wonderful because certainly that's the future of any organization.
Right.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on, Joel, and I wish you good luck in 2015. If we can be any help.
Anybody, you can go to...
You mentioned about help. How about if you take Tom Hill back with you?
Hey, we can only do so much.
Well played.
Before we go, ccim.org, and then you can go through the chapters, find Connecticut, get the number, call out, get your information that way?
Yes, absolutely. And if anyone wants a CCIM to find out about their services, what they can offer, it's right on that website. Sure. Or they can call any of us, and if it's out of our area, we'd be glad to refer them or let them know of another CCIM.
And we'll be right back on Money Matters Radio Network.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Listen, are you living in a condo or co-op? Do you have difficulty receiving deliveries from UPS, FedEx, or your pharmacy when you're not home? Well, there's a solution. Video Doorman. It's a security system with live on-call operators for condos and co-ops that receives packages when you're out, stores them in a safe package room, and then notifies you about your delivery. They can even handle dry cleaning, pickup, and delivery. But there's more. If you come home late at night and don't feel safe, just press the Video Doorman key fob, and the Video Doorman operator will greet you by name and escort you right up to your floor. He can see you and speak to you and handle any potential problem. And Video Doorman costs only about $1 a day. Call Video Doorman at 888-697-3630 or visit videodoorman.com to receive a free building evaluation. That number again is 888-697-3630. Call now, feel safer, and never miss a delivery again.
And we're back here on Money Matters Radio Network. I'm Eric Wilson. Rick Kaplan stepped away to take care of some more event stuff here at Cocktails and Conversations. I'm joined by Wes Nickel, the president of the Greater Hartford chapter of BOMA. Thanks for joining us, Wes.
Thank you very much for having me, Eric.
For most of our fans, they do know the BOMA happens to be the Buildings and Owners and Managers Association.
That's correct.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Connecticut chapter, what you guys did this year as your president?
All right. Well, BOMA actually has 2 chapters here in Connecticut. There's the Greater Hartford chapter, which I'm current president of. There's also the Southern Connecticut chapter, which is obviously the southern part of the state. As far as here in Greater Hartford, what we've done this year, we've had quite a few events. We've done some tours. We toured the new Jackson Labs facility out in Farmington just about a month and a half ago.
That's awesome.
Tom Deller, who just spoke here from the city of Hartford, he did a program for us 2 months ago talking about all the developments coming up in Hartford, as he mentioned, all the construction that's going on.
Ton.
Yeah, there's quite a bit actually going on in Hartford. The city's rebounding nicely after a few tough years, for sure.
And they're making it very foot traffic.
Exactly. That's one of the big knocks. One of the big knocks with Hartford has always been the continuity and how it flows, and we have a highway between the city and the river, and a lot of the initiatives going on now are geared towards bringing that whole city together and kind of bringing that continuity here to Hartford.
Always a good thing. Let me ask you a personal question.
Shoot.
How did you think your 2014 year campaign as president of BOMA went?
I would have to say it was extremely successful. I think
the
we
stuff
had
I like to hear.
a great year. A great year. I'm also, although I will no longer be president, I'm also looking forward to 2015. I think we've got a lot of great things planned for 2015 as well. We're looking to re-energize our educational programs right here in Hartford. We're going to have some fantastic monthly programs going on as well. Advocacy work here in Connecticut will continue as it does on an international level for BOMA. We've got some great people involved in our board, some great leadership people coming up through the ranks, and I really see quite a successful future for Greater Hartford BOMA.
That's great stuff for BOMA and Greater Hartford. What do you do on a personal level aside from BOMA? What is your 9 to 5?
My job, actually, I'm a property manager. I work for Griffin Land LLC up in Bloomfield, Connecticut. We're commercial property managers and developers. Pretty big name here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
We're actually starting to develop outside of the Connecticut market just recently. We've started to branch out a little bit into Pennsylvania.
That's way outside the market.
Yeah, that is quite a bit
I mean,
outside.
You're going down a few states to get to the next market. That's cool.
It's tough to manage from Connecticut, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But we've got quite a portfolio right here in Connecticut. So I am the property manager for Griffin Land, which keeps me pretty busy.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've been the property manager for Griffin Land probably 3 years now. I've been with Griffin Land about 8 years now.
Okay, fantastic. So it sounds like Griffin Land's got some big things going on. You guys are expanding into Pennsylvania now and probably looking to expand more.
Absolutely.
BOMA 2015, you guys are doing huge things. You expect a big year with revitalizing the economy. Not the education, sorry.
If we can revitalize the economy, we'll do that as well. Absolutely.
I was going to say, we love that
If we can fit it in on the agenda, we'll get it.
But with all the new construction going on with Dono, I know downtown North Hartford's doing some. I know Hartford with the Yukon trying to build another thing. How does this affect BOMA as these new buildings are being built?
It's interesting that you bring that up. We're actually putting together a program right now trying to look at exactly how all this development is going to affect downtown. One of the big pushes that's going on downtown right now is a lot of conversions of what had been vacant office space is now being turned into apartments. So we're looking to do a program. We're looking to bring in some of the bigger employers here in Hartford. We're looking to bring in some members from HYPE, which is one of the younger organizations here in Hartford. And we're looking to bring in some of the developers on these apartment projects and kind of see how the influx of these people that are targeted to live in these apartments is going to affect the bigger employees within Hartford.
Right.
You know, how it's going to be to have that labor pool right here in downtown Hartford. Right. So I'm actually looking to learn a little bit of that information myself. You know, a lot of this is still in progress. So there's thoughts and ideas and concepts of how everything will turn out. But obviously, once the truth comes out when all these projects are finished, and we'll see how it all goes. But I think we're set up for nothing but success.
Yeah, right. It was a bright future for 2015.
I see that.
That's amazing stuff. Well, this is Wes Nickel of Griffin Land LLC, or is it Griffin Land Development LLC?
Griffin Land LLC.
Griffin Land LLC, president of 2014's BOMA Greater Hartford chapter. You've been very informative. We really appreciate it. And if anyone wanted to learn more information about either Griffin Land or BOMA, how would they get a hold of you?
You can find our website, greaterhartfordboma.com.
Okay.
Or boma.org is the international website.
Right. And they can find out information right there for you.
Everything all right there.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining me, Wes. I appreciate you joining us on NEREJ Radio. And good luck with 2015.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Eric Wilson. You're here at the Cocktails and Conversations New England Real Estate Journal's events. I'm joined now by Brian Burke, the principal owner of Buckaplan. How you doing, Brian?
Doing good. How are you tonight?
Very good. He's a long-time guest, first-time face for all you YouTube users. You've been on our New York show. We've talked about this before. Let's jump right into it. Let's let our listen. What is Buckaplan, so our viewers and our listeners at home can find out a little bit more about it?
Buckaplan is simple. We started as a new concept for contractors, architects, engineers, and real estate and development people to get plans for a fixed rate of $1 per plan. It's simple. You go onto our website, you create a username and password, you upload the PDF files, you send us your order, tell us how many sets of plans you'd like. We print them, we put them in a UPS tube, and we ship them to your office via ground service, and you get it the next day anywhere in the New England area.
Wow. And I know we were talking offset. You were talking about this started right here in Hartford.
Yeah.
Locally, 20 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to take that leap from servicing local to want to go national, or even New England?
Well, we started the business 7 years ago, and our parent company is called Universal Copy, and it's located in downtown Waterbury here in Connecticut. And 3 or 4 years ago, the construction market just bottomed out. Mm-hmm. We had no business. There was nothing going on here locally. And what we decided to do is rebrand what we do. And we took one particular product, which is large format, black and white printing, and we said, where's this business? Business is in Albany, it's in Manhattan, it's in Boston. So if we branded it a different way and made the pricing fixed, we just simplified the business.
Yeah.
Business, the way it was done traditionally, was based on square foot, how many copies you got, how large the drawings were. It's very confusing. We just simplified it. We said the 3 standard sizes are $1 per page. You go onto our site, you upload your files, put your credit card in, your shipping address, and you get them printed into your office the next day.
And you guys, you said 7 years you've been doing this?
7 years ago we started Universal Copy.
Okay.
Now we're in our 4th year as Buckaplan, and because of an organization, the organizations that are here tonight, the Construction Institute, Crew, CBC, we participate in all of those groups, and then the advertising that we've done with the New England Real Estate Journal the last 3 years has given us so much exposure to our potential clients.
Yeah.
And we could trace back clients that we've gained through having articles in your newspaper, being on the radio other times, and certainly from our ads.
Well, it's a huge testimonial. Clip, cut, that's wrap. What about, what are the plans for 2015 coming up for Buckaplan?
Well, right now we have some things that are on the back burner that we're working on. We're trying to do some national agreements with other printers. Therefore, if we get an order that's outside of our time zone, we can then transfer those files to a printer, say in Chicago or in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So that way, if someone wants to use us outside of our area, we can cover their work.
Right.
Because right now, if someone from San Francisco calls us, it's 3 days or 4 days in transit.
Right.
That doesn't work in the construction industry. Everything is tomorrow, instantly
immediate
for a
return.
bit. It is.
Yeah.
So right now, we're developing what we're calling our print partners.
Nice.
We're interviewing people that want to come on board, join the Buckaplan crew, and we're also working with a national invitation to bid system, and we're in talks with them. They may put us into their software where they can then choose the print partners that we've established for the Buckaplan system. So that would be national for us.
Okay.
So here we've gone from locally in Connecticut, now we're covering all of New England, and now we're going to try to take this nationally.
Wow. Well, good luck in that adventure. I expect you guys to succeed.
Appreciate
You've really
that.
been huge in New England. How's this event been for you?
This has been great. This is our first networking event. Since it was here in Hartford, we thought we'd attend, but we are going to do the additional ones. We're definitely going in January up to Boston.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you liked it. It worked out.
We did, yeah. It's been great.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being a sponsor and joining us here in Hartford. Good luck in the future. If anyone wanted to find out more information about Buckaplan, not just to see how it works, just go right to buckaplan.com.
Yeah, it's simple. And we're on all the social media networks as well. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So you can go to any of them and search for us. If you want to read up about us, we have testimonials and we have information about us on our website.
Fantastic. And that's Buckaplan, BUCKA plan, PLAN.com. Real simple. Thank you, Brian Burke.
Thank you.
The principal and owner of Buckaplan, for joining us. He's about to get back to the NEREJ Cocktails and Conversations event, and let's take this thing national.
Great. Thank you.
And we're right back on Money Matters Radio Network. Hi, I'm Eric Wilson. I would be normally alongside my partner, Rick Kaplan, but he happens to be working the event we're attending. I'm actually sitting beside Mark Duclos, who is a past president of the SIOR Connecticut chapter. Thanks for joining me, Mark.
Very welcome. Glad to be here.
First, let's start out with SIOR. And as a past president, what year?
Good question. Past president 2 terms ago, so that would be 2012.
2012, and right now, 2014. How's things going with the SIOR chapter?
SIOR chapter's humming along. We are about 42 strong, with brokers all over the state of Connecticut and Western Massachusetts.
So you cover both Connecticut and Western Mass?
We do.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And what's anything big in store coming up in 2015?
2015, I think, is probably going to be a good growth year. We've been able to grow our membership for the last couple of years. We now have Frank Hurd, who's on board. Bruce Wettenstein, who's also here tonight, past president, did a nice job. And last year, we have Frank Hurd from ORNL down in Brantford, taking over as president this year, and I think Frank's got some nice plans for growth. I think the challenge is to increase our membership, which we've had steady growth there, and then increase our programming.
Okay.
Yep.
So educational programming?
Educational programming, social programming, which has been headed up by programming group Tom Pagelik out of Stanford, CB Richard Ellis, done a great job, and last probably 3 or 4 years been progressively getting better. Membership has been attending more and more. Education's been a big part of it. Not only CE credits, but just general education to make us better
just
brokers.
to touch up your game.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
How about this event? How's this event been for you?
It's been good. We came in, we weren't sure what we were going to get. I think the question was, what's this event going to be?
Yep.
So we had 6 of us show up and attend the booth, and I think it's been great. And looking forward to it growing, but I think it was well worth it.
Fantastic. Yeah. And what do you do 9 to 5?
9 to 5. I own a commercial real estate firm here in Hartford, Century Commercial. We've been around since 1991, and we're about 10 strong and specialize in industrial and office real estate brokerage.
So you guys must be really pumped with all the new construction going on up here in Hartford.
Absolutely.
Downtown Dono, the project, and UConn's moving in, right?
Right next to us. We're over on Prospect Street.
Oh,
so
really?
We're right next door.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And,
a lot of construction trucks.
What's in future for Century Commercial in 2015?
We, it's interesting. 2014, we've had a very good year. We've had we grew by 2 brokers, which was great. Revenues grew. I think 2015, we're looking at probably the same kind of growth. I'm not sure we'll be growing as much in brokerage, but I think we see some pretty good things. Industrial world is firmed up. Probably our biggest challenge right now is product in the market. It's tightened up. Office, I think we are seeing some nice growth. Larry Lavera heads our office group and does some very nice tenant rep work. So I think just continued growth.
All right.
Yeah.
And Mark, if someone wanted to get a hold of you to find out more about SIOR or Century Commercial, how would they do that?
Listen, a lot of people you can call, but feel free to reach out to me. I'll get them to the right spot. Just give me a ring in the office at Century Commercial in Hartford.
All right, just look at centurycommercial.com?
Centurycommercial.com. Or
all one word?
One word. Or 860-983-5630 is my cell number.
All right, well, I appreciate you joining me here at the Cocktails and Conversations. I want you to get back out there and network. Let's go out there and close the deal.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. You
no
got
problem.
it.
Thanks, Mark. Hi, I'm Eric Wilson here at the Cocktails and Conversations event. I'm joined by Karen Hurd, the Vice President of National Franchise Sales for Sperry Van Ness. She is an attendee at the Hartford event, kind of take a look at what's going on. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me, Eric. It's great to be here.
Our pleasure. Why don't you tell us, how's the event?
It's fantastic. I see a lot of familiar faces, and I am so glad that I signed up because I had business in Connecticut for a couple days, and I thought, what a great way to connect with other, folks that are out there expanding and showcasing their businesses.
Yeah.
I've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of really folks. There's a lot of exciting things going on in Connecticut.
There is. There's a ton of big stuff going on with all the construction and everything. Tell us a little bit about Sperry Van Ness. I know it's a national name. Everyone's kind of familiar with it a little bit, but just for our viewers and our listeners, give them a quick breakdown.
Sperry Van Ness is a national commercial real estate franchise. So we're based out of Boston, Massachusetts. We just moved from Irvine, California to Boston, moved our headquarters. We're located in 200 markets in 39 states, and we have about 180 franchise partners. All of our offices are independently owned and operated, and we are growing in the Northeast, which is one of the reasons that I'm here.
Fantastic. We love to see growth in the Northeast.
Yeah.
How long have you been with Sperry Van Ness?
So I've been with Sperry Van Ness for 2 years, in the commercial real estate industry for about 25 years. So I see a lot of familiar faces here.
And now what does the National Franchise Sales incorporate?
Yeah, that's a great question, Eric. Thanks. So what that means is that our offices are all independently owned and operated. We call them franchise models. So we offer full services in commercial real estate. And firms that are looking for growth or looking to expand their business and compete with other national commercial real estate firms might want to affiliate with Sperry Van Ness so they can grow their business.
So you're looking for, so to speak, almost like partners. Could be like a boutique commercial real estate industry, but needs that name in order to get into certain areas. So they like kind of partner up with you guys.
Exactly.
And become a franchisee.
We call them franchise partners, and they partner with us for a couple different reasons. They're looking to take advantage of all of our training, our coaching, our mentoring, our technology. We have one of the most impressive technology platforms, online marketing tools that are available to help them be more efficient, more productive in their business. One of the other unique things that a lot of independent firms look at when they look at Sperry Van Ness is they look at our national platform as a way to connect to 200 other markets across the country and to share information, to get educated about other areas of commercial real estate services that they may not have expertise. We have 17 product council chairs, whether representing all the full services of real estate. And there's a lot of collaboration that goes on, and we share. We invite the entire brokerage community across the country to a Monday morning national sales call. We share all of our listings. We practice compensated cooperation. We share and co-broke fees. We pay 50% of fees to the outside brokerage community, which is a little unique.
Yeah, that is unique.
Which I'd love to elaborate on with you further sometime.
Well, we'll have to have you on as a guest, as a full-time guest, get you your own show, and we'll talk more about that. But sounds all great stuff. I mean, with information being in such high demand, I can see why partnering someone with Sperry Van Ness, who has the R&D department, all the analytics, all the background information, that would save somebody the time and energy to go out and do it themselves. I can see why that's a huge thing, and good luck with expansion in New England, in the Northeast.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere, 2015, is there any specific goals that you want to reach with going on in 2015?
Absolutely. We are looking to expand in New England and have a much stronger presence. We are probably looking to add about 30, maybe more, franchise partners across the country. And one of the other exciting initiatives going on at Sperry Van Ness, we're expanding globally right now.
Wow.
We are working with an international consulting team. We're working with some firms in Canada, so we're looking to expand abroad, so stay tuned on that.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you coming over, Karen, as one of the attendees, our first attendee, by the way, to join us on the air, which is really exciting. We appreciate that. And, good luck with 2015, and hopefully, we'll have you on the show really soon, and we can talk more about Sperry Van Ness and all the great things that they're bringing to the Northeast and what they're going to be doing in the future.
I would welcome the opportunity, and thank you so much to the New England Real Estate Journal.
But before we go,
Yes?
if guests of our viewers or listeners would like to find more information, how would they get in contact with you or learn more about Sperry Van Ness's opportunities?
Sure. Definitely visit our website, www.svn.com. That's Sperry Van Ness, svn.com. Or just call me, Karen Hurd, at karen.hurd@svn.com, or my cell, 781-812-4272.
And that's for business calls only, folks. Business calls only. I really appreciate you coming over, Karen, and talking to me. I want to let you get back out to the event and enjoy yourself. That's Karen Hurd, Vice President of National Franchise Sales for Sperry Van Ness. You're listening to Eric Wilson, Cocktails and Conversations on Money Matters.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Listen, are you living in a condo or co-op? Do you have difficulty receiving deliveries from UPS, FedEx, or your pharmacy when you're not home? Well, there's a solution. Video Doorman. It's a security system with live on-call operators for condos and co-ops that receives packages when you're out, stores them in a safe package room, and then notifies you about your delivery. They can even handle dry cleaning, pickup, and delivery. But there's more. If you come home late at night and don't feel safe, just press the Video Doorman key fob, and the Video Doorman operator will greet you by name and escort you right up to your floor. He can see you and speak to you and handle any potential problem. And Video Doorman costs only about $1 a day. Call Video Doorman at 888-697-3630 or visit videodoorman.com to receive a free building evaluation. That number again is 888-697-3630. Call now, feel safer, and never miss a delivery again.
Hi, I'm Eric Wilson here at Cocktails and Conversations event. I'm joined by Catherine Ellie Thorpe, who is the incoming president 2015 for the Connecticut Building Congress. Thanks for joining me, Catherine.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with, what is the Connecticut Building Congress?
Connecticut Building Congress has been around since 1952. and we are basically a networking, social gathering place for all of the people in the construction industry. So we have architects, engineers, contractors, subcontractors, owners, anybody that's involved in that type of the trades.
Okay, and as the incoming president, is there anything that you have specific that you have been tinkering with, so to speak? I know it's a month away, but anything that you're looking forward to tackling in 2015?
Well, we've been fortunate that our membership has been growing. We have a wonderful programs committee, and so my focus for next year will be to continue to build upon that momentum. We've seen a lot of new faces coming out to join us, and we're hoping to get more.
That's fantastic. And where is the CBC, Connecticut Building Congress, located?
We don't actually have a home. We don't have a building.
Glad I brought that up. Take foot out of mouth. Okay, so you guys are kind of like a roving networking association.
Yes, we are. We actually, our board meetings travel between our board members' offices, so we're in a different location each time.
That's kind of cool, though.
It is. It's actually very nice because we get to host our colleagues that way.
Right.
And we have monthly programs, and our programs go from September, where we have a golf outing, which is a major fundraiser for our scholarships. We give 4-year scholarships, renewable scholarships, to 3 to 4 up-and-coming professionals coming out of high school into college. And we give those out at our June event, which is our Project Team Awards annual dinner.
Fantastic. And what is it, Catherine, that you do besides being president of the CBC? What is it that you do in, say, your 9 to 5?
My full-time job, my day job. I'm an architect at the SLAM Collaborative.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
I love the logo. I see it all the time on Twitter.
Well, thank you for that.
So what do you, as an architect, how long have you been working with SLAM?
I have been at SLAM for 20 years, and I am the studio leader for the corporate studio.
Okay, fantastic. Anything I drove in seeing that you designed?
Not me personally.
All right, but the team had hands in it. I got you.
Actually, we're doing a big project right now with, it's called UTC, United Technologies Air Systems.
Okay.
And doing a large renovation project for them, as well as work at the Hartford here in Hartford.
Right.
So people see the lights twinkling at night in the building, the construction lights.
Yeah, that's you guys?
That's us.
Fantastic. So if you know your complaints are going, send it. I'm just kidding. That's great stuff. Now, is there anything big coming up besides, I know you're working here in Hartford with SLAM, is there anything big for SLAM coming up in 2015?
Well, SLAM, our practice is nationwide. We do a lot of higher ed. We have a huge project going right now at Notre Dame. They're actually adding 3 buildings onto their stadium.
Oh, wow.
Which is really interesting because it's their stadium.
It's a huge stadium, yes. That's,
so that's been keeping quite a few of us busy for a while, and that will definitely continue well into next year and beyond.
That's fantastic. How did the event go for you?
Very nice. It was great. Had a good time.
Surprised?
I was surprised. It's actually kind of nice to be right here in downtown Hartford.
Yeah, right. It was funny. That's I've talked to a few guests or vendors or sponsors, and everyone kind of said, kind of surprised. No, you didn't expect what to get from it, but I'm glad you had fun. If someone wanted to learn more about joining the Connecticut Building Congress or learning just more information about it itself, or the SLAM Collaborative, or yourself, Catherine, how would they go about doing any of those things?
The easiest way is to go onto the website for CBC, or certainly for SLAM. It's SLAM Collaborative. Go onto our website for that, and I'd be happy to talk to anybody that wants to give me a call or an email.
Fantastic. You know what's funny? We used to have to say it's WW. Now you just say the name
because
everyone Googles it. No one puts it in the URL. You gotta go right to Google. But I'm joined by Catherine Ellithorpe, and she is the incoming president for the Connecticut Building Congress and also works at SLAM Collaborative. I really appreciate you taking the time from the event and coming over and talking to me. And you heard, all you have to do is Google SLAM Collaborative or the CBC, Connecticut Building Congress, and you can speak with Catherine, and she'll put you in the right place.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we'll be right back on Money Matters Radio.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Listen, are you living in a condo or co-op? Do you have difficulty receiving deliveries from UPS, FedEx, or your pharmacy when you're not home? Well, there's a solution. Video Doorman. It's a security system with live on-call operators for condos and co-ops that receives packages when you're out, stores them in a safe package room, and then notifies you about your delivery. They can even handle dry cleaning, pickup, and delivery. But there's more. If you come home late at night and don't feel safe, just press the Video Doorman key fob, and the Video Doorman operator will greet you by name and escort you right up to your floor. He can see you and speak to you and handle any potential problem. And Video Doorman costs only about $1 a day. Call Video Doorman at 888-697-3630 or visit videodoorman.com to receive a free building evaluation. That number again is 888-697-3630. Call now, feel safer, and never miss a delivery again.
And we're back on New England Real Estate Journal Radio, and we're coming to the close of our show from Cocktails and Conversation in Hartford, Connecticut. And what better person to close the show with than Tom Deller? He is Director of Development in the city of Hartford, Connecticut. So, Tom, I know you came in a little late for the event, but what did you think of what went on tonight?
This was a great event. Lots of people here, lots of people talking about exciting things that are happening. We got a lot of things happening in the city, and it was good to be able to talk to people about those things.
And it's actually the kind of people you want to get in front of.
It is very much the people I want to get in front of. I want them to know what we're doing. I want them to know the opportunities they have to be successful here.
And, you know, I talk to so many different people that are in the industry, and I tell them that the city of Hartford, because a lot of people don't know really what's going on. What are some of the things that are going on?
Well, I like to start off with it. Most people don't realize that we have over $1 billion worth of construction happening in the city right now. 1,000 units of housing are coming online in the downtown. There's a whole variety of neighborhood development that's happening. We're improving our bus system by making our downtown more walkable, expanding some of our parks, increasing the size of some of our sidewalks, better connecting the Connecticut transit system for people to move through the city and to other places in the city. And right now we're finalizing our negotiations, a public-private partnership with Center Plan and Leland Alliance to develop 15 acres of land in downtown North with a minor league baseball stadium and over 1 million square feet of retail, residential, and office space.
Which is great for the type of people that come to our events, because you're talking about a lot of new construction, a lot of new development, a baseball stadium. I mean, that's going to be great for restaurants,
right.
Retailers.
When I came to the city a few years back, we actually sat down and talked about how do we enliven the city? What should be one of the key economic development things that we do? And we looked at the assets we had in our residential housing downtown, and our restaurants, and the theaters we had, and the Hartford Athenaeum, and the sports venues we had at the XL Center, and said, we need to build on this. We need to think about what more we can do. And out of the blue, the Rock Cats from New Britain approached us. We're leaving New Britain. We're either come to Hartford or we're leaving the state. So we sat down, we negotiated, we came up with a deal to build that stadium right downtown. 71 games a year, assuming we don't get in the playoffs, and we told them they have to win at least every other year. So 71 games, night games and weekend games, bringing 6,000 people downtown throughout the summer. And we're trying to figure out how to use that stadium year-round and build on it with what's happening in XL. Meanwhile, we've been approached by a group that wants to bring a North American Soccer League to Hartford. And so we're having discussions with them to see if we can do that. So with the arts, with the Bushnell Auditorium and the Hartford Stage, and the sports with the hockey team and the Yukon basketball and baseball and soccer, we're starting to change the image of the city and create some life and vitality and some excitement, so that's going to hopefully bring more people into the city.
That sounds fantastic. That group wouldn't happen to have the name Kraft in it, would it?
No name. No one's called Kraft in this group.
Well, I thank you for coming on the show, and
thank
I thank
you for
being our platinum sponsor for the event tonight.
It was our pleasure. We wanted people to see and understand what great things are happening here in Hartford.
And actually, we had some people that actually came to Hartford for the first time.
That's
tonight.
Great.
Yeah, so they saw there's a big difference in the city.
Great. I'm glad we could do this.
Well, thank you again. And unfortunately, we have to go. We don't have any more time. I think we went over our time. I think this deal is done.